So we have with us Mr. Dr. Saurabh Chaudhary, sir. Sir is MBBS, MD in radio diagnosis and imaging. Sir is a professor and head. He was a medical college university examination topper with highest all India CBSE score in biology in class 12th. He is an author, he is a counselor, digital spirituality entrepreneur, Vedic face reader, life coach, ancient Indian Vedic ambassador, international certificate course in neuro-linguistic programming NLP by like Richard Bender, Heal Your Life HYL by Louis Hay, Mind Map and Fast Reading by Tony Buzon, Sound Therapy, Nutrition, and many more actually like that. Sir is has also authored a book on radiology by Lambert Publication and Germany, and given classes in various medical and engineering colleges. In fact, sir is a very eloquent speaker and people love to hear from sir like that, including various IITs and NITs, and addressed more than 5 lakh students till now. So sir has interacted with many students all across the world, all across India especially today like that. And he became professor and head at a very young age of just 35 years like that. And he's currently the director of the Youth Academy. He has addressed officials of various corporate companies like Infosys, Cognizant, Tech Mahindra, and many others. I'm sure many of you might be knowing that also. Yeah, I request Jeet to please don't annotate. Yeah. Okay. Also, sir is in the post-corona outbreak. He's working towards digital spirituality entrepreneurship for serving the nation and educating the society at large. So in fact, this is a very special endeavor and initiative from sir's side. And I'm sure all of you, those who have heard from sir, might be able to understand the sir's deep knowledge actually of even the scriptures of our ancient India like that. And a part of this, sir is a very famous YouTube speaker as well. So I would request all of you, you can please subscribe sir's channel in order to receive the regular updates and also the wonderful knowledge of our country. So he has his YouTube channel by the name Dr. Saurabh Chaudhary like that. So without much delay, I think sir has already been there with us. Yeah, I also have one small announcement. So friends, I know that many of you have attended our recent youth fest that was Inspiro, and the prize distribution ceremony for Inspiro will be there at the end of the session. So I will request each one of you, you all can be there till end, because at the end we are going to announce all the toppers, all the people who have won prizes in the Inspiro. So please stay till the end. And thank you so much. So Saurabh sir, over to you.
Thank you, Akshay, for those words of inspiration. Thank you.
Sir, I'll just add one more thing actually. So friends, we also have a quiz in the end. Sorry, I forgot to mention. We also have a quiz in the end, and your attendance and your certificate will be generated based on that quiz. So please do attempt that quiz also. And we are going to forward your attendance to your college authorities and all based on that quiz. So it's a mandate that all of you should give that quiz. And also I request each one of you on the call today, please rename yourself. And how you can rename? You can first add the name of your college, like you have some particular name of the college, dash your name, like that. So all of you can please rename yourself and please attend the quiz in the end. And definitely we will have the prize distribution ceremony in the end. So thank you so much, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Akshay. Thank you. It's a pleasure being with all of you, 90 participants here. And on a Sunday evening, you all have spared your valuable time. And if you all are able to see the slides, please give me a Y in the chat box and become very, very active in the chat box. More the energy, more is the learning. More the energy, more is the learning. More the enthusiasm, more is the learning. And today we'll be seeing a very, very important session. And I'm recording this.
This meeting is being recorded.
Computer here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let us start off with a very, very interesting session today. Thank you for the amazing shares which you are doing in the chat box, and how many of you are interested today. Please type BIO. Bring it on, BIO, BIO in the chat box. Okay. Yes, discovering the ultimate genius. Thank you. Mastermind behind the entire universe. What is the micro world and what is the macro world? I attended this session 22 years back in my auditorium in the medical college, and believe me, my friends, my life totally changed. So today we'll be seeing the session under your observation, the scientist's observation, the $2 million questions, the activity time, and what is our prime duty. The essence is that by observing the world around us scientifically, we see the hand of the supreme intelligent designer. So I'm just stopping the annotations. I'm just clearing it. Yesterday, I did it for the first time. Clear all the drawings. Okay. And how do I stop the annotation? Ashish, can you help me? Just give
Yeah, sir. You can just go on that 3 dots which are there on the tab, and you will find one option, disable participants annotations, like that.
Okay, I'm just trying to do that. Clear the drawings I have done. And the 3 dots where exactly?
Sir, in that tab, you might be having that mute video, that options were
Yeah.
in that last 3 tabs, and disable participants annotation.
Okay, I'm just doing it. Okay.
And after that, you can again clear all the drawings.
Yes, disable annotation for others. Okay. So I appreciate your childish spirit where boys are, scribbling around. Okay, no issues. Let's go ahead. Okay. Yes. What happened? It's now stopping my share also. Just give me a second. Something has happened wrong.
Yeah, we were able to see the screen, sir.
Yeah, but I'm not able to move the slides ahead. I'm just seeing what happened. Yes, Ashish, help me. Just give me a second. Stop the screen share once again. Let me check it out. Okay. No, I'm sharing. I'm going. Okay. Okay, here we go. By observing the systematic and harmonious universe around us, by observing the systematic and the harmonious universe around us, some questions which come to the mind. What are these questions? Does God really exist? And who creates and maintains this beautiful and harmonious universe? The different answers we'll be seeing today, and it's a very deep session. What is our observation? Behind every artistry, there is an artist. Behind beautiful organization, there is an organizer. Behind every creation, there is a creator. And behind every design, there is a designer. Behind energy, there is an energetic. And behind the flawless laws is the lawmaker. What do we see? First is Leonardo da Vinci, Von Georg, Thomas, and Henry. You all know a very important thing that, yes, I'm seeing a lot of questions coming to me, and I'll try to take all the questions. Don't worry. Let me finish the session and then we'll take the questions. Okay. So all of you have seen in paintings, and in the paintings, you know that someone has made the paintings. The paintings did not come by chance. Now, what about the reality? This is a real figure. This is a real mountain. This is a real waterfalls, and that is the real rose. Who is the artist? Who is the artist? Even if you want to draw a paper rose, you have to cut the red paper, you have to put in the Fevicol, you have to cut it, paste it, and then you have to spray some perfume. But who has made the real roses? What to speak of the flowers in nature with their delicate and biological complexity, fragrance and shape and forms? Who is the intelligent person who has made behind all this? Behind every artistry, there is an artist. And let us see a small video. Just see the small video for 2 minutes. Sometimes the sound of this video may be little less, but there are annotations below by which you will be able to understand this video. Look very carefully.
Bees are called social insects because they live and work together as a community. Thousands of female bees, called worker bees, live together in a hive with a queen bee. The queen bee was marked with a red dot, so we can see her better. The worker bees are all females, but they almost never lay eggs. Worker bees do almost all the chores in the hive. They gather pollen or nectar, guard the entrance, Clean the hive. Build the comb. Make honey. Tend the queen. And feed the larvae. They even fan the hive with their wings to keep it cool on a hot summer day.
So look around in this world very carefully, because right now we are living in a very artificial world where we are stuck to our seats and sitting in front of a laptop, and everything we see is in now the Facebook and the WhatsApp. But there is a deep universe, there are deep things happening. And just see, even to manage a small hive requires so much organization. Let us see an amazing thing. We have seen so many Spider-Man movies. Now forget about the Spider-Man and see how amazing a spider is.
Mathematician spiders. Compared to their own sizes, spiders build very large webs. Indeed, if we enlarged a spider to the size of a human being, the length of the web it weaves would be approximately 150 meters, which corresponds to a 50-story skyscraper. Is it possible for a human being to weave a lacework the size of a 50-story skyscraper in only an hour? But a tiny spider accomplishes much more than that. Moreover, the spider-woven web is the sturdiest material in the world. How do spiders weave these webs possessing miraculous features? The spider takes into consideration many factors while weaving a web hundreds of times larger than its own size. This task demands at least some calculations essential in constructing a building. For the accomplishment of this work, first the spider must draw a project like an architect, for a construction of this size, design, and sturdiness cannot be accomplished without an architectural project. Once the project is drawn, the spider must calculate the lifting capacity of each part of the web like an engineer. Otherwise, the web cannot remain suspended. In order to design such a web and make such delicate calculations, the spider must be more qualified than a college graduate. Indeed, there is not a university that provides education to the offspring. Following their birth, they begin to produce silk, weave web.
So here you see a spider. We don't see this, that it makes such a huge web with such an intricate design. Who is giving the intelligence? Where is the intelligence coming from? Has he taken some university education in Oxford or Cambridge? Now, what is the power which is running these things? That is a very amazing thing. Beautiful organization requires a beautiful organizer. Likewise, we see beautiful things created by a man. It could be a sleek car, someone manufactured it. It could be a trendy Apple computer, someone assembled it. It could be a Swiss watch, someone designed it. And it can be an architectural marvel, someone erected it. And it could be a huge skyscraper building, someone built it. Or it could be a beautiful sculpture like Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, and someone carved it. How this is happening? Who is doing all this? Shouldn't this universe have a super intelligent creator too? How many of you believe that a creator must be there behind this universe? Please type C in the chat box and address that to everyone. Address that to everyone. If you do believe that a creator must be there. Thank you, Anush, Mikti, Aman. Thank you, Amal. Thank you, Nandu, Konde. I love the energy in the room. Our birds of a feather flock together. So creator is there. Creator is there behind the creation. Now I will tell you some amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. This is the size of a sequoia seed. Sequoia seed is one of the smallest seed. Okay, it is almost 1 centimeter in size. Now take this seed and put it in the ground, and you will see amazing magic, the greatest magic. And this huge tree, the world's biggest tree, is the sequoia tree. You can see here humans sitting, and you can see the size of the tree that has come from that small seed over there. The world's largest tree is the giant sequoia. It's 84 meters high, 275 feet. And 29 meters in diameter in the trunk. And in the next photo, you'll be able to see that a whole truck A whole truck can pass from within the trunk if it was within a highway. And a comparative figure of the giant sequoia tree shows that it's bigger than a space shuttle. It's bigger than a blue whale, almost equal to the Statue of Liberty, and 10 times bigger than the Brachiosaurus. Now, what is this amazing world? Intel. Intel is the processor, but much deeper processor is the brain. The human brain can store more information than all the libraries in the world. Dr. Richard Restek, MD, author brain. Let's see a small video on the brain. Get up, get up, get up. So you just saw the power of the brain. We hardly use 0.001% of the brain. Imagine if you use just 1%. And now we see corona mein kuch to corona. People are thinking that the lockdown is going and a new strain has come. A new strain has come in Maharashtra. So this DNA and the helix is constantly changing, because science in this world answers the how of thing. How does a person die? The science can give the answer. Just like a doctor, I can tell you by diabetes, blood pressure, hypertension, corona, there are 1 million reasons of how a person dies. But why the person dies, the answer is given in Bhagavad Gita. Antakale cha mameva smaranamuktva kalevaram. How does it rain? The answer is given by science. Evaporation, condensation, and rain. But why does it rain? The answer is there in the Bhagavad Gita. So let us see of the different lattice structures which could be in the cubic model. And a small change in the molecular structure of a lattice can change the element totally. And we'll be seeing that a graphite structure is totally different from a diamond structure, just because a little bit of molecular change is there. Meticulous design is there in the micro world. For a satellite to move around the earth, so many things need to be taken care. There is 24 hours monitoring of orientation, spin, velocity, orbital decay, cosmic radiation, heat dissipation, and the earth satellite distance. So many people are sitting in the NASA space station working 24/7 to put a small satellite. And let us see what is the weight of the earth. 6 into 10 to the power 21 metric tons, and it is like a small atom in the giant universe, and it is moving at the speed of 106,000 kilometers per hour. Who is controlling all this? A small NASA? Who is controlling? If traffic policeman controls the signal of the traffic, who is controlling? Let us see and understand this. Marvelous design is there in nature, and I will show you one more beautiful video. Look at the design of a sunflower. Look at the design of the Milky Way. Look at the pearls of a lotus, and look at the deep color picture of the X-ray, and you will see an amazing video.
Around 1200 AD, a man named Leonard Pisano, better known as Fibonacci, discovered a sequence of numbers that created a very interesting pattern. The sequence begins with the numbers 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, and continues indefinitely. Each number is obtained by adding the last two digits together. A rectangle with a length and width of any two of the numbers of this sequence forms what is known as the golden rectangle, a perfect rectangle. A golden rectangle can be broken down into squares the size of the next Fibonacci numbers down and below. If we were to take a perfect or golden rectangle, break it down into smaller squares based on Fibonacci's sequence, and divide each with an arc, the patterns begin to take shape. We begin to see Fibonacci's spiral. The spiral in and of itself is insignificant. Its importance is revealed in where we find it. Take, for example, the sunflower. The display of its florets are in perfect spirals of 55, 34, and 21, the sequence of Fibonacci. The fruitlets of the pineapple create the same spiral based on the sequence. The pine cone does the same. As currents move through the ocean and the tide rolls onto the shore, the waves that bring in the tide curve into a spiral that can be mathematically diagrammed onto a plot at the points 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, and 55. Buds on trees, sand dollars, starfish, petals on flowers, and especially the nautilus shell are formed with this exact same blueprint. With each segment of growth, the nautilus adds to itself one more value on Fibonacci's scale. This blueprint can be seen around us on a small scale every day, but the greatest example of all is directly above our heads. At an average of 100,000 light years across, even the spiral of the galaxies above us are formed with the exact design that the tiny shell is formed. This sequence or blueprint appears to be the trademark of a designer, a proof of a creator, something left behind, indicating the one who was there, a fingerprint. As we scan our universe from the tiny flower to the awe-inspiring galaxy, we see the fingerprint of God.
So here you see that there are so many intricate things in this universe. All are having a particular design, and behind every design there is a designer. Now let us see what about the energy of the sun. How powerful is the sun? So now you're seeing about the sun. Let us go a little more into the details. What is the energy of the sun? My dear friends, you'll be surprised to know that the energy emitted by the sun per second is the amount of energy consumed by the human race throughout the entire history. In 1 second, our sun produces enough energy to meet the current needs of the entire earth for 5 lakh years. Entire earth, the amount of the energy consumed by the human race throughout the entire history. Isn't it amazing? If you're amazed at this fact, please type A in the chat box. A for amazement. Thank you so much. Thank you. If a stone from the window hits your TV, you will ask who supplied energy to the stone. Behind every energy, there is an energetic. And similarly, my dear friends, please understand, Mahabharata, Ramayana, Kurukshetra, Jagannath Puri, these are not false things. Behind sun, there is a sun god. Sun god is orchestrating the sun planet, and the sun planet has that fiery element in it. And from the fiery element, the rays of the sun are coming out, right? So this world is very deep, right? As you go ahead in spirituality, you'll be able to come and understand the depths of life. Then who is supplying energy to the sun? Energy is given by the energetic. Look at the world around you. Even in a college, someone has made the law that every student has to report at 9:30 a.m. and he is called the principal. The laws in US is different from the laws in India. Who made the law? Keep left and keep right. Okay, the traffic rules are different according to the Indian traffic police and the American traffic police. How many overs are there in one day international match? How many players in one team? Everything is decided by the International Cricket Council. Similarly, I really had a tough time remembering this periodic table because I was more fascinated with biology. So I made a short form. Heli, Babasi, no, funny, so magalsu, fasukar, poka. Anyway, I was doing a small joke. Chemical elements arrangement is not a periodic, is a periodic law, and it is not a periodic chance. Nothing in this world happens by chance, my dear friend. You're sitting in your room, there is a laptop or a mobile, there is bed, there is AC, there is fan and light, nothing has come by chance. Someone has made it, someone has put his energy in it, and then it has come, right? Similarly, Newton observed that the apple has fallen from top to below. The Newton observed that apple has fallen from top to below, and he discovered the law of gravitation. My question is very simple. Were apple flying in the sky before Newton saw? No. So all of you remember that we did some, different things when we were in class 12th or 10th. We did some titration, small cheating and titration experiments when it was not balancing, or we did some optics experiment manipulation with a protractor. Anyway, everything follows a particular law, whether it is a law of optics or whether it is a law of thermodynamics. There is a micro world and there is a macro world. There is a micro world and there is a macro world. And the flawless law has a lawmaker. Now let us see in this world what happens. Some are beautiful, some are ugly, some are handsome, some are not handsome, some are stinking rich, some are poverty stricken. One is a MD doctor and other is a laborer. Who decides? Who decides? We choose certain things in life. What are the things we choose in our life? We choose our education, we choose our job, we choose our husband and wife, we choose a car, we choose an apartment, but there are certain things which we don't choose in our life. We don't choose our parents, we don't choose our facial shape, we don't choose our intelligence. Who chooses? And on what basis? Yeah, I'm getting some answers. So how many of you believe in the laws of karma? Please type K in the chat box. Laws of karma. Karma. If you believe in the laws of karma, please type K in the chat box. Wow. I'm having an interesting audience of 137 participants. And I'm giving you a promise here today. For all the participants who will stick on till the end, I will give you special gems in today's class, right? So let me start with the gift right now. Let me start with the gift right now. And I'll give you a beautiful quote. The way you do anything, the way you do everything. अगर आपका एटीट्यूड लाइफ में कोई चीज के प्रति वैसा है, वही एटीट्यूड आपका हर चीज के प्रति वैसा ही रहेगा. So let us go more into details. It is already shown that the world of matter, physics, chemistry, and thermodynamics follow the definite, well-defined laws. How can then our birth, beauty, intelligence be random events? So I will be giving you shockers today. I got an all India highest score in CBSE in class 12. And when I was studying my biology books, I was having some doubts which were not answered until I read the Bhagavad Gita. Now this is Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 31st chapter, 1st shloka. कर्म दैव नेत्रेण जंतुर्देहोपपत्ये स्त्रिय प्रविष्ट उदाराम पुंक्षरेत कनाश्रयः. And what is the meaning? What is the meaning of this Sanskrit? Under the supervision of the Supreme Lord and according to the results of one's work, the soul is awarded a new body. You cannot fly high like an eagle. You cannot smell better than a dog. You cannot have a stamina like a horse. You cannot eat like an elephant and cannot run fast like a cheetah. Human beings have a specific characteristic that they can ask the beautiful questions of Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Who am I? Who is God? What is my relationship with God? I'm trying to be happy in this world, but happiness is slipping out of my hand. Hum honge kamyab, hum honge kamyab, hum honge kamyab. Ek din. When will the day come? Ho kyun nahi raha hu main kamyab? What is happening? Where is the things getting atkan? Where I'm getting stuck? So flawless laws has a lawmaker. By observing the world around scientifically, we can see the hand of supreme intelligent designer in everything. Let us go more into details and see the world from the eyes of the greatest scientists of this world. Let us see the world from the scientist's perspective. By Princeton, the Lord God is subtle but malicious he is not. Similarly, we have the great scientist who give a beautiful forward, Nobel laureate, Schrodinger. You have heard about Schrodinger. He went into the details of science and find out that there is a universal thing to this. Just give me a second. Ashish, just give me a second. One urgent call has come. Please receive this. Aap abhi yahi raho. So, if you think strongly enough, you will be forced by science to believe in God. Similarly, I will tell you a story now. How many of you are interested in amazing stories? Please type ST in the chat box, special stories. Okay. Yeah, story time. So I will tell you a beautiful story of Isaac Newton, a real story. Newton was in his lab and he was working with the structure of the solar system. And when he was in the lab, he went in the side and his atheistic friend came in. Atheistic means one who did not believe in God. And he told Newton, who has made this beautiful model? And Newton said, it just came by chance. He told, what are you joking in the morning? Are you in your senses? Who has made this? You have made? Newton said, no, I'm really telling you. I'm really telling you that this is made by someone else, right? So you have to understand one very important thing. I'm not understanding who is posting these YouTube channels. Please don't post anything else other than the, thing about the seminar today. Okay. Otherwise people will get distracted. So you have to understand very important thing that Newton then told his friend. What did he tell? Newton told his friend that, my dear friend, you can't believe that a small thing has come by chance. You believe that I have made it, but how come you believe that in the actual life it has not come by chance? So similarly, Isaac Newton says also about life. And then we have the great scientist Max Born, who goes into the depth of atom and says that there is a supreme design. And Ramanuja says, for an equation for me, it has no meaning until it represents the thought of God. There is a higher power. Heisenberg says this. And you know Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. And Michael Faraday also says that there is a God's truth beyond the level of science. So many scientists, they cannot be wrong. And they are also speaking about God. So essence is that by observing the things around us, let us understand the important things. Now is the special thing. And all of you have to answer me in the chat box, because this is a very vital question. Okay. So get ready, get ready, get ready. We will be taking something special. कौन बनेगा करोड़पति? Oh my God, ये क्या हो रहा है? But don't worry, 1 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा का वैल्यू मिलेगा आज इस सेशन में. And even if you type a wrong answer, doesn't matter. I'm at least happy that you're trying. So you have to type in the chat box A, B, C, or D. What is the right answer? Okay. What is the origin of the universe? Please type in the chat box A, B, C, or D. Okay, C, A, C, 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 A, C, A, C, C, A. Okay. Good. I'm very happy with the amazing thing. And the answer is intelligent design. You miss sir, क्या बात कर रहे हो? आप एक डॉक्टर हो, you're a scientist. Don't worry, दोस्तों. थोड़ा सा patience. I'll be speaking about the Big Bang Theory, how the Big Bang Theory is a big bluff theory. You can Google it out and see that there are hundreds of hoaxes about. Now, next question, and all of you get ready to answer the next question. Let me see who answers it correctly, and we're going to take a poll. What is the purpose of this universe? Wow, D. Wow, I'm so happy. You all are understanding the seminar. And what is the purpose? What is the purpose of this universe? Very good. To understand God, to understand life. And now let us see some interesting facts. Have you ever seen a machine in this world which has just come by chance? Which has no purpose? No, not possible. Any machine, computer, building, pen, pencil, maker, everything has a designer, everything has a producer. So what about the whole world? What is science speaking? What is about the big brain? Is there some big brain behind the big bluff? Or is there a big bang theory? दोस्तों अब शांत हो जाइए, एकदम शांत हो जाइए और चैट बॉक्स में कुछ मत लिखिएगा, because I will explain you a very important concept, the Big Bang Theory. According to the Big Bang Theory, everything began from a point of infinite temperature. Okay, bhai, point hai infinite temperature and density infinite. Chalo bhai, theek hai. But size infinite is small. Okay, bhai. Physically indescribable. Arey wah. Mathematically unverifiable. Very good. And beyond the conception of space and time. Oh my God. Huh? How many of you have ever seen that Visfot ke baad, bomb blast ke baad, there is creation or destruction, right? Please type C or D. After a blast, there is creation or destruction. Please type C or please type D. Okay. So it is inevitable that after a blast, there is destruction. Today also in Kashmir, there was a blast. Something I got a news, right? Now let us see what is the Big Bang Theory. So they said there was a huge ball of fire and there was some volcanic eruptions, and slowly the fiery ocean came and the ocean started cooling, and there was some protoplasmic movement, and the protoplasm formed the pseudopodia, and pseudopodia formed the amoeba, and amoeba started moving and it became a terrestrial. Before it that he became a reptile, and then it started walking in the jungle. And you'll be surprised to know about the second horrible theory, जिसके बारे में गूगल में आजकल इतना सारा रिसर्च पेपर इंटरनेशनल पब्लिकेशंस हो रहे हैं। दोस्तों, गूगल में आप जाएं और इसको स्टडी करें विथ योर इंटेलिजेंस। डार्विन, व्हाट वाज डार्विन डूइंग? डार्विन दिन में फोटोज खींचता था और रात को अपना टेबल लैंप लगा के बैठता था, एंड ही वुड डू मैच द कॉलम, he will put a cat on one side and a tiger on the other side, and he will try to do some matching. जैसे बिल्ली के नाक में बाल होते हैं और टाइगर के नाक में बाल होते हैं, तो टाइगर has come from cat. Similarly, man has come from monkey. According to Darwin, his ancestor was a monkey. Now my question is very, very simple here. You know, according to the rules of natural selection, Darwin says how blue whale came from a bear. You'll be surprised to know Darwin says that the bear was swimming in the water with the mouth open, and fishes were entering the mouth of the bear, and the more fish was entering, the bigger the mouth, and the bigger the fish and the bigger the mouth, and bear became a blue whale. Oh my God, this is hilarious. Similarly, do you know how the giraffe's neck became longer according to Mr. Darwin? So the giraffe was eating the leaves of the trees, and slowly the leaves of the lower part of the tree vanished. So giraffe looked up, and it looked up, and it looked up, and it went up, and the giraffe's neck became longer. My question is very simple. अरे giraffe घास क्यों नहीं खा रहा था? और इतने जंगल थे उस टाइम पे, why he was not taking from the different tree? That means if Dr. Saurabh has to take a particular sweet from a particular shop, I just need to put my hand, come on, and my hand will start growing longer and longer, and my hand will become so longer according to natural selection that I will be a huge hand that I can sit here and eat a burger from the McD restaurant in the United States. So should I believe in all these man-made things, or should I believe the supreme personality of Godhead, the Bhagavad Gita? Aham sarvasva prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha prakrite kriyamanani gune karmani sarvashah ahankara vimhudatma kartahamiti manyate. There are some things in life which cannot be seen. I was giving a class in IIT Bombay, and one person asked me, "Sir, आपने भगवान देखा है क्या?" So I asked him a simple question. I asked him, "What is the nearest object to your eyes?" He said, "Eyelashes, eyelids." मैंने बोला, "दिखता है क्या?" बोले, "No." मैंने बोला, "What is the farthest object from your eyes?" He said, "Infinity." I told, "दिखता है क्या?" He told, "No." बीच में क्या है? हवा है. दिखता है क्या? But you can feel the air, right? So Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvachamai pashyati. One who sees me in everything and sees everything in me. Neither am I lost to him, nor ever he is lost to me. और ये लोग अपना ही थ्योरी बनाते हैं. पहले आया डाल्टन्स मॉडल, फिर आया थॉमसन्स मॉडल, फिर आया रदरफोर्ड मॉडल, फिर आया नील्स बोर मॉडल, फिर आया सोमरफील्ड मॉडल. सोचिए अगर डाल्टन्स मॉडल वाला सोचा कि ये लास्ट मॉडल एटम है. आज मेरा टेलीस्कोप का इतना पावर है कि मेरे को प्लूटो दिख रहा है. आई थिंक प्लूटो इज द लास्ट, एंड टुमारो द टेलीस्कोप पावर विल increase, the size of the universe will increase. So we have to know from where to understand the truth. Even Encyclopedia Britannica is telling that it should be emphasized that no theory of origin of the solar system has as yet won general acceptance. All involve highly improbable assumptions. Coming to the next important topic, activity time. Let us see some deep, mysterious things. Activity time, make a comparison between the government of your country and the universal government. Vignesh, I'm loving that smiley which you have sent. Yeah, make a comparison between the government of your country and the universal government. The national government has a home ministry for law, order, health ministry, ministry of energy, finance ministry, defense ministry, and education ministry. What about the universal government? ये अनंत कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक, उनका गवर्नमेंट में क्या होता है? Let us see. So to keep the people in control, everything has to be in control. Otherwise, we will become animals. If there is only illicit sex, there is no control. If everyone wants to smoke and drink, so there is AIDS, there is cancer, and there is liver problem. In health ministry, there are medicines, and God has given us beautiful herbs and natural diet through which health can be taken care of. Ministry of energy, electricity and lighting, and the huge ministry of power, the sun and the moon are there. In finance ministry, there is currency and wealth and bitcoins, and so many things have come up now. But God's ministry, there is gold, silver, navaratnas and diamonds. In defense ministry, there is protection from danger. And in the universal government, there is ozonosphere, which gives immunity in the body. And in the education ministry, we have so many courses running in the material world, which teaches. Engineering teaches about matter, energy, and interconversion of matter and energy. And medical science teaches about the dead body. Where is the university which preaches about the most important thing? The science of life, the science of soul, the science of happiness, and the science of the ultimate pleasure. Lessons from the universal government. Very good, Yashwant, right? It is the Vedas. So behind every government, there is a prime minister. Behind the universal government, there is God. We have to understand this. Similarly, prime minister maintains and controls the country. Yes, Kushagra will take all the questions later. Prime minister maintains and controls the country. God maintains and controls the whole universe. Government law abiders live happily and lawbreakers are punished. Similarly, according to the laws of karma, those who are doing the sinful act, they are punished. Law abiders live prosperity and law breakers suffer. The unseen is proven by the seen. Can you see this pearl necklace over here? And how many of you believe that some string is holding the pearl necklace? Although the string is not visible, the pearl necklace is held by the string within. So Krishna is telling in the 7th chapter, Krishna is telling in the 7th chapter that Matta parataram nanyat kinchedasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutram mani gane iva. You have to understand one very important thing. Krishna is telling, "Oh Arjun, everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a necklace." So the whole universe is controlled by that Ananta Koti Brahmand Nayak. Essence, by observation, we have to understand the very important thing. And what is that? That we can see the supreme hand of the Supreme Lord behind every design. So what after that? I told you that I am going to give you gifts till the end. So लाइफ का एक प्रिंसिपल आज आप लोग ले लीजिए एंड रिमेंबर दिस कोट. मैं आपको ऐसे बोल रहा हूं इस कोट को. दैट मीन्स इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Doing is knowing. Knowing is not doing. Because just by knowing swimming, theoretically, when you're put in water, you will be drowned. So it is very important for us to understand that when you do a particular thing, then you get that knowledge. So what is the prime duty after this session? Just intellectual titillation, that is not required. Use our intelligence to appreciate the creation of God, to unfold the mysteries of God, creation through science to glorify God, to understand and explain the purpose of Lord's creation, which is to love God and love God all, and to utilize everything for the pleasure of the Lord. So coming to the last slide of today's session, rapid revision. Please listen very, very carefully. What do we observe in this universe? Behind every artistry, there is an artist. Behind every organization, there is an organizer. Yes, Shiva Prasad, I will be taking the questions. Behind every creation, there is a creator. Behind every design, there is a designer. Behind the energy is the energetic, and behind the laws is the lawmaker. The scientific observation is very important. And the $2 million questions are, who created the universe? Why was it created? And what is the purpose? What is the difference between the national government and the universal government? And what is the prime duty of the scientists? So I thank the course designer, Mr. Radhesham Das, whom all of you heard, along with Dr. Vivek Bindra, who has designed this whole course, Discover Yourself, and his team. And this is from the Vedic oasis of inspiration, culture, and education, in which we teach how to live a happy and a healthy life in harmony with nature, God, and the supreme sanction without whom even a blade of grass doesn't move. So I thank each and every one of you for your active participation. And now over to the organizers as to how we want to take the question and answers. Over to the organizers, please. Thank you. Do we have the organizers here? Can take the questions, or should I take the questions randomly, which is coming in the chat box? Okay, so I think meanwhile the organizers are coming in.
Sir, you can take directly questions, sir.
Okay, should I take the questions from the chat box right away?
Yes, sir. Chat box, sir.
Okay,
And then we can request all the students, those who want to ask question, they can raise the hand and I'll unmute them.
Yes, so just do it one by one.
Yes,
So
sir.
beautiful question by Sindhura Agarwal. Should we believe in Vastu or astrology or luck by Gita? Of course, astrology is a true science. Problem is that there are very rare astrologers. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabha. A ज्ञानी person is very rare in this world. Bahunam janmanam ante, बहुत बहुत जन्मों के अंत में ज्ञानवान माम प्रपद्यते वासुदेव सर्वमिति स महात्मा सुदुर्लभ. A soul is very rare. I know astrologers who are sitting in Chandigarh, I'm in Ranchi, and they can tell me, open your almirah and there is a green colored bottle in the left side. There are such amazing, mysterious things in this world if you look at it. So astrology is true, astro vastu is true. Only a qualified person needs to take care of that, right? So Dr. Nishant Gupta sent me a message. Please share the slides about the gross and the subtle body. Can I request the organizers to share the parts of the slide with Dr. Nishant Gupta? Why only Krishna when we have so many gods? Very good question, Rajesh. Why only Krishna? So please understand that then there is a president, there is a prime minister, and there is a host of other ministers. Please understand the difference between Devata and Bhagwan. Please understand the difference between Devata and Bhagwan. Bhagwan means the supreme personality of Godhead, right? So there are the three main personalities, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Brahma takes care of the creation, and Vishnu takes care of the maintenance, and Shiva takes care of the destruction and annihilation of the universe. But please understand that there is a difference between the judge who is sitting in the high court and the judge sitting in the room of his house. When the judge is in the house, he is in a different mode. His son can sit on his back and say, "Chal papa chal, ghoda ghoda, ghoda ghoda khelenge." But in the judge, there is a lot of respect. So Vishnu takes charge of the universe when he is there in his office, and when he is in the home, it is Krishna. And that's why Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. As you go ahead in your life, you'll be able to see, and as you understand these sessions more into detail, oh my God, so many questions. I don't know which one to take. Why bad things happen to good people when God is existing? My dear Chandrasekhar, by seeing a small slice in this lifetime, you are thinking he is good. Ye jo ek lifetime hai, this is a spark of a lightning. 84 लाख योनियों में करोड़ों जन्म से हम घूम रहे हैं, और एक जन्म में हम देखते हैं कि he is good or he is bad, because we don't know about the past life. Whenever in the past life something bad has done, so this time he may get a reaction to it. So we cannot judge this thing, what is happening to whom, because we are seeing a small slice in this. Is it true, sir, that Darwin didn't know about cell division? Yes. Darwin's knowledge is limited, and he wrote a letter to Wallace in which he said confidentially, मेरे दोस्त Wallace, ये जो भी मैं कर रहा हूं ना, मैं खुद ही नहीं समझ रहा हूं मैं क्यों कर रहा हूं, and I'm just doing some amazing assumptions. Why should I believe in the assumption of a person? Rather, I will believe in the personality of God and experience his life and get the experience. How can we detach from materialistic life and momentary pleasures? Very nice question by Gun. By following the principle of A, B, C, D. A for association of devotees, Bhakto ka satsang. The people who are calling you for the programs, please go and attend these programs regularly. Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastra Kaye. labhamatra sadhu sange sarva siddhi hoy. But understand who is a true guru and who is a false guru, because this is Kali Yuga. Please keep yourself muted. Just a minute, I'll mute everyone, otherwise a lot of sound will come. Okay, yeah. So you have to understand one very important thing. Jaisa guru vaisa chela ho narak mein thelam thela. Know who is the right guru. So A for association, B for books like Bhagavad Gita, C for chanting. Yesterday I told you food for the body is khana, food for the mind is achhe vichar, good thoughts, and food for the soul is spirituality or mantras. Right? It is very important to understand these very important things, right? Similarly, one very important question has come. So A for association, B for book, C for chanting, and D for diet. Diet means take spiritual food. Jaisa anna vaisa man. Bishoir anna khaile molina hobe man, molina man hoile nahi Krishnair smaran. So take the spiritual food, and that's why you will see that the prasad has a special taste, right? We have not received the quiz link for yesterday's class in the WhatsApp group. So can I request the organizers to please send the quiz link?
Yes, sir. We'll send, sir.
Yeah. People want the slideshow and presentation. Is my life, Thakur has asked the question, is my life is for me, for others, or for God's? Beautiful question. Beautiful question by Thakur. Please give a pat on your back for asking this beautiful question. अरे भाई ये जिंदगी मेरे लिए है कि दूसरे के लिए है कि भगवान के लिए है, करूं तो क्या करूं? Don't worry, Thakur. This is called yoga. Yoga doesn't mean some gymnastics. That is the physical part of yoga. Yoga means connecting. It comes from the word yuj, and yuj means to connect. Connecting what? Atma and Paramatma. So किसके लिए करूं? खुद के लिए करूं, दूसरों के लिए करूं, भगवान के लिए करूं? Krishna is answering this beautifully in the Bhagavad Gita. युक्ताहार विहारस्य युक्ता चेष्टस्य कर्मसु युक्त स्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः. One who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation, and work can practice the yoga system and be relieved. He can dukkhaha, all the pains will go. So our condition is like the hand. And hand wants to enjoy the gulab jamun. Can the hand eat gulab jamun here only? Can it do it? No, it cannot do it, right, Thakur? So the hand has to feed the gulab jamun in the mouth. And when the gulab jamun goes to the stomach, automatically hand will be satisfied because the nutrition will reach the hand. So our condition in this world is like this hand. Hand has to cooperate with the Supreme Lord, and in this beautiful connection of the hand and the stomach, and this engineering of yoga, the hand is satisfied, the stomach is satisfied, and the people around you are satisfied. So it is a beautiful connection which is called yoga. Why there are both good and bad? It can be only good, sir. Oh my God. जो आदमी हर दिन मीठा खा रहा है, उसको मीठे का वैल्यू समझ में आएगा? जो खेत में मेहनत करके आया है, उसी को तो चंद्रमा की ठंडक समझ में आएगी. So good and bad will always be there. To appreciate the good, the bad has to be there, right? And when bad is there, then we strive towards the good, right? So we have to understand this concept. How to get out of the physical pleasures, like I want to stop eating non-veg, but I can't. Don't worry, Karthik. Follow. I'm a Bengali family. Right? When I joined these sessions in August 1998, I was having a lot of non-veg, morning meat, afternoon eggs, evening chicken, night fish. But automatically I left all these things because I was following the ABCD principle. A for association of devotees, attend these sessions regularly. B for books like Bhagavad Gita, C for chanting, and D for diet of Krishna Prasad. And slowly you will see that these things are going away. Okay, I have got a direct message. Sir, what is one main reason you give to this generation people why one should compulsory read and follow Bhagavad Gita? Oh my God, beautiful question. Thank you, Karthik. Thank you, Kirti, for this beautiful question. Bhagavad Gita नहीं पढ़ेंगे तो क्या पढ़ेंगे? जिंदगी में जीने के लिए आए हैं. We have come into this world. We should know why we have come into this world. People are talking about art of living. That is very important, but it is also important to understand the art of dying. You should know What is the definition of success? I will give you a beautiful definition because I promise that I'm going to give you a lot of gifts. Okay. So what is it? Success means to know how much to do, for whom to do, till when to do, why to do, and with what motive to do. How can we balance our professional life and personal life? By following a schedule, by following a routine, by talking to your mentor. Have a right time for everything and everything in the right time. Can I request the my digital team to post my YouTube channel? Go to my YouTube channel, and I have taken a whole session for IITians on time management. So go to this session and see the time management. You will get a clear idea. Can we say that karma and the butterfly effect are same? Sort of. This law of attraction is nothing but the law of karma. Sir, many people, Jesus is powerful. I am confused. Kushagra, thank you for this beautiful question. There is nothing to be confused. Prophet said, I am the messenger of God. Jesus said, I am the son of God. And Krishna says, I am God. Prophet said, I am the messenger of God. Jesus said, I am the son of God. And Krishna says, I am God. This will come in the 6th session. Just be a little patient. We'll be covering everything. How can we detach from the materialistic pleasures? We have covered it. Okay, someone has asked for a PDF of all the sessions. So I request the organizers to provide them the PDF of the notes. Oh my God, so many questions, 70 questions. Okay, let me see. If the soul is pure, then why is it enjoying separate tendency? Come. And so why it came in this material world? Beautiful question. Give a big hand to Sanjay Satpute for asking this beautiful question. Sir, agar soul pure hai, usko aane ki kya zarurat thi? Very simple. Mukesh Ambani. Mukesh Ambani is the richest person in India, and he lives in Antilla. One day, Mukesh Ambani's son tells to his father, Papa, बहुत हो गया, मैं थक गया हूं, मैं थोड़ा बाहर जाके धारावी स्लम देखना चाहता हूं. Father says, बॉस तेरे को बहुत दिक्कत होगा, मत जा. No, father, I have to go. मेरे को जाने का है, जाने का है, जाने का है. Father can do two things. Father can tell his black cat commandos to tie him to a room, or he can say, beta ja kya. Similarly, we were in the spiritual world, we were all happy, but ek din we want to enjoy separately from God. If a bird is there in the cage, open the cage and it comes, it is yours. Otherwise, it never was. So God gave us the freedom and we came into this material world. Our condition is like fish out of the water. We are trying to enjoy in the material world, but we are unhappy. Doodh ka jala chhanch bhi fuk fuk ke pita hai. Right? Is my life for me? This is covered. Darwin's assumption. Question that science is not yet answered. The purpose of life. Where did we get the moral ethics? Yes. Science is just a partial thing. It answers the how of things, not the why of things. Sir, why there is both good and bad? This is also covered. Let me go to some latest question. How should we react when we are completely surrounded by negative-minded people? Very simple. अगर अंधेरा बहुत ज्यादा है, अमावस्या की रात्रि है, काला काला सब कुछ दिख रहा है, तो ज्योत को जलाओ, लाइट को जलाओ. ओम अज्ञान्ति मिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जना शलाकया चक्षुर उन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. Get this beautiful gyan and knowledge from the Bhagavad Gita. Learn it, practice it, have the sincere desire, come to these sessions regularly, and you will see that amazing things have started happening in your life. How do I stay focused when I don't know what is my passion? So I have given a whole 1 hour talk on how to be focused because I asked this question in IIT Mumbai. Go to my YouTube channel, which I'm putting in the link, and a whole session is there, how to be focused and concentrated. Sir, unable to control my mind is full of negative thoughts. Don't worry. One positive thought is like one light, which can totally remove the negative thoughts. I'll give you a simple example. Nainam chinnanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha. You have to understand that we are always taking tension about fear of death, about fear of losing. But as soon as you come to know that you are eternal, you are spirit soul, you have nothing to give and take with the body. Do this affirmation to yourself. All of you, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Let me teach you something interesting. Kuch practical kaam karte hain. Close your eyes. And you are under stress, you are under tension, you are under tremendous sadness. Then you just say to yourself these 4 things. I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not this feeling. I am not this emotion. I am a spirit soul. I am part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, Mamae vangshu jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. Akshay, actually, you can stop me whenever you want to. I don't know how long to go because so many questions are coming in. So how long should we go? I
Yes.
can take, yeah, I can take the questions, but what are the requirements of the seminar? You can just modulate that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Maybe you can just take the last question and then we have the quiz and the prizes for that.
Oh, beautiful. So I will take a last question. I'm extremely feeling sorry that I'm not able to answer your questions, but don't worry. You can put it in the comment section of my YouTube channel, or you put it in the link over here and the moderators will answer it. The last question. Someone says, by Bittu Chaudhary, someone says only one God. Why there are so many gods in society? Does so many God exist? Yes, Bittu. Please understand the difference between Devatas and Bhagwan. There is one president, prime minister, and there is cabinet ministry, right? Similarly, there is God of rain, Indra. There is Lord of movement of air, Vayu. Then there is Lord of light, the sun. There is Lord of wealth, who is called the Kubera. There is the Lord of death, who is called Yama or Yamraj. You have to go into the details. This is all true. This is not some fiction. This is all true. Okay, so one supreme God is there who controls the entire universe through his cabinet ministry of Devatas. So this is all true. All the gods really exist. Okay. So thank you very much. It was a pleasure. It was a very power-packed session, and I really appreciate your interest and genuineness. Over to Akshay for the further announcements.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Actually, the session was really very amazing. I could see all the participants being just stuck to see the beautiful information flowing and your way of presenting. So beautiful, actually. So thank you so much, sir. And I could see the question answers also went so well. And I know that some questions might be there as well. So I request all the participants, they can please wait for some time and we'll have some maybe question answer maybe in the next session, or we can just note them down and can have it later like that. So yes, friends, now we move on to the next thing. So first of all, I will request Mahaprabhu sir to please enter the link for quiz in the chat box. So all of you can attempt the quiz, but not now. Now we have a very special thing for all of you. We are going to have the prizes for the Inspire Youth Fest, which we held just recently. Yeah, so the link is already there in the chat box. All of you can save this link with you, but please don't attempt it right now, because right now we are having with us Dr. Sandeep Dega. So sir is already there on the spotlight, and sir holds his own company there in Hyderabad. So I was there staying in some building, and sir holds like his own firm there. I would request sir, please share your thoughts to all the participants here. And definitely we are going to have very special prizes for many of them who have won in the Inspire Fest. So over to you, sir. Yeah, sir, you can please unmute maybe.
Sorry, yes. Hey, good evening all. Thank you, Akshay. And thank you very much, sir, Dr. Saurabh, sir. It was a wonderful session. I enjoyed a lot. I couldn't even miss a minute of the session. That was really wonderful. Thank you so much for inspiring all of us. And yeah, so taking forward from here, I would like to talk a few words about the kind of how we are being inspired in every aspect when we believe in God. So I think everyone here, when we are in a disappointment state, or when we are in a kind of a very sad state, we remember the person. That is, either we remember God. Why did you punish me like this? Or we kind of we think there is someone who is doing this. So I think we all think there is a God exists. So thinking he is punishing us. So either we need, it's part of our past karma that I think we should face this punish. I think everyone thinks from that point. I think that's a very important thing where we all believe that there is a God in some or other way. right? So that is true, and I am one person among that where I've been inspired in the same way. And we have gone through this kind of sessions. It really kind of gave us a strength for us running an organization where there are a lot of failures in the organization, but that is where we still need to stand and move forward. So there is no one where we can really kind of blame this. It is all because of how we actually how we progress or how we deal with it. All right. So one thing is just believe in God in whatever we are doing. I'm sure the failures would come in, but you need to accept the failures. And when we accept the failures and we still move on, like we would definitely kind of, and we will experience the success. So the failures doesn't mean that we have to blame someone, but the failures are actually definitely an opportunity for us to correct ourselves. So having said that, where we are really fortunate that we always have a chance. Let's say we failed in our exam, we have a chance. There is a September where we can write our exam and we can pass, right? So who has invented this? So that means there is always an opportunity for us to correct ourselves and to see how we can succeed. So never be disappointed just because we have failure. So believe in God, have that faith. I'm sure the success will always hit you, but you always need to wait for the day. That is where you will actually kind of feel the success, right? So it is kind of it is not that we'll be left with the failure always, but where you have to believe in that and we can always succeed. So that is where we as a company, we believe in God, where in terms of the whatever the failures we even come across, we have believed in God and He has actually taken us to the success path. So the reason why even these kind of sessions are very important for us is because when we are in those kind of situations, the only person can help us is God. So that is the belief which we have, and we have experienced that and we have succeeded in that. So that is where I would like to kind of end my kind of thoughts about when we believe in God, how we can even really experience the success. And they are part of our examination where we should face that, and I'm sure our success will be there, right? So thank you very much for giving us an opportunity to share our experience, and I'm really fortunate to be part of this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your words of wisdom. I'm sure many of the students are very inspired. Yeah, definitely. And friends, now we have the most awaited moment. We have the prizes for the winners of Inspire Youth Fest. So friends, how I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen to all of you right now, because I see many of the people who won are not there in the call right now. So I will just share my screen where we have the results of our this winners of Inspiro. And right now we have this complete list where we have a whole lot of 60 people actually. And these are the registration count which they have done actually for the Inspire Youth Fest. So we have, first of all, Sai Vara Prasad. He stands first with a registration count of 262. Then we have Jitesh Chatraban with a registration count of 118. Then we have Sai Charan with a count of 117. Then Venkatesh with 116. Then Charan. Then Balaga Abhishek. Then Siddhu. Then Rishabh Jain. Then Imani Sai Shreja. And then we have Atisha Jain. So like this, these are the top 10 people who have done count till from 262 till 78. And like this, the entire list holds a whole lot of names of 60 people. So friends, we have taken addresses from all of you. I think our volunteers might have called you like that. In case not, they'll call you, and we'll have all the addresses of yours, and we'll dispatch your wonderful prizes to all of you. Yeah, and in case somebody's name is not mentioned, so we're going to call you, and maybe our number is also there with you. You can just mention your name there along with the count in case that's not mentioned like that. So thank you so much, friends. I see the whole list, actually whole big list, and definitely you are going to receive your wonderful prizes. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Saurabh, sir. Thank you so much, Sandeep, sir. And I know the students have many questions also, but I'm very thankful to sir. Sir has answered actually in a very short time. He has answered so many questions so beautifully like that. And now I request all of you, you can please go ahead and you can attempt the quiz. So maybe I'll request Mahaprabhu Chaitanya sir. He can again post the link in the chat box because I think the link has flown upwards. So many messages has come. So here we have the link for all of you in the chat box, and you can please attempt the quiz because it will going to mark your attendance and also certificate. So we are going to send it to your authorities in college through this quiz. So thank you so much, and we'll meet in the next session surely.
Thank you very much. Thanks to all of you. It was a pleasure being with you.
Thank you,
The
sir.
recording has stopped.
Yeah, friends. So now you can see we have the link in the chat box. You can please go ahead and you can click on the link. You can access the link and please attempt the quiz. Thank you so much. Please take care till the next session, and we'll meet surely in the next session with one more very wonderful topic. Like we have now today, discover the genius. So like that, we have some more topics in mind. So all the very best. Thank you.